Brandon by Mars back with another video. We here today to talk about the coaches that have already been interviewed for all of these teams that have vacancies for head coaching jobs right now. Clearly, we already know that John Harbaugh has gotten the job with the New York Giants. Um, Let me see what the details was for his contract with the Giants, because that came out today. Harbaugh contract. Let me see. Harbaugh contract. Blah blah blah. What's the latest? That is details. Okay, so the details on John Harbaugh's deal with the Giants is their contract is for. Come on. It is for upwards to 20 million per season on his 5-year contract. With Harbaugh set to top 100 million with his deal. The deal puts him right in line with Kansas City Andy Reid and Denver Sean Payton, each of whom is also in the 20 million range. So he making 20 million per season. I mean, hey, that's not bad. But let's talk about this right now. I honestly feel like this was a good move for John Harbaugh. Like, you have a good team, a lot of good pieces over there right now. You got Malik Neighbors. He should be coming back from the injury. You got Scatterbo. You got Jackson Dart. You got Robinson. You got on the defensive end, bro. Like, he got some big names. I mean, he got some big players over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like John Harbaugh can actually work with what he has there with the Giants. And to be honest with you, I feel like the Giants possibly will make the playoffs either this year or definitely next year for sure. Definitely next year for sure. And then you got your edge rusher linebacker with Burns. Like, bro, they got a solid team over there. They got a solid team. Like I said, you got Scatterbo, you got Jackson Dart, you got Darius Slate, you got Malik Neighbors, you got who's the other wide receiver I'm thinking about? Where's he at? Robinson. Why is he not popping up on here? Hold on. Wendell Robinson. That's what I'm thinking about. Wendell Robinson. But why is he not on their roster? Did he get? Why is he not on their roster? Is he? Oh no, I'm sorry. I see him. Wendell Robinson. But yeah, like, yo, he has a decent amount of talent over there, bro. Like, to be honest with you, like Theo Johnson, as far as the tight end, like, yo, that's a good tight end right there. Then on the defensive side of the ball, you got Brian Burns. Who else he got? Darius Alexander. Like, yo, he got some nice pieces over there that he can truly work with, bro. I'm telling you now, if the Giants will be in the playoffs either this year or next year for sure. As far as them winning the division, it's possible. It's possible. It just depends on how they play ball. It's definitely possible. But I really honestly feel like this was a good move for John Harbaugh. He has a lot to work with over there with the Giants. You got 5 years. 5 years to really whip them into shape. No pun intended. Like, to really get them into shape to get playoff ready, damn near Super Bowl run. I don't know if it'll happen because you got so many other teams in the AFC and the NFC that just are way more dominant. But this team can be that team. This team can be that team. You just got to put in the work. And then I forgot about Abdul Carter. Like, bro, they got a lot of talent over here with the Giants. So I'm not mad at this move for John Harbaugh. I honestly, truly think it was a great move for him. But let's get back to the coaches that actually are requested to have an interview or already had that interview. And I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to go through a few names that I see that stand out to me. So right now we're going to start with the Cardinals. The Cardinals have requested to have an interview with Robert Salas, which I think he's a good coach. I just think the Jets organization was just not the right move for him. Clearly, it's not the right move for anybody right now at this point. Like, it's just not. It's just not. Um, and then another name that stand out, Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris is requested the interview for the Cardinals. So is Jeff Hafley from the Packers, defensive coordinator. And who is another one that stands out to me? It's a few on here, but to be honest with you, I don't feel like if I had to choose a coach for the Arizona Cardinals, it would probably be one of these other the three names that I just named. I don't think that they would be a good fit with the Arizona Cardinals. I just don't. I just don't. I'd rather you give somebody that's young, up and coming, maybe an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, besides Jeff Hafley. But one of the other head coaches that have already been, I don't think that this would be a good move for them in Arizona. That's just my personal opinion. Then you got the Atlanta Falcons. So it's saying that Mike McDonald, John Harbaugh, Kevin Stefanski have all completed their interviews with the Atlanta Falcons. And you still got Jeff Hafley that still got an interview for Atlanta Falcons. And you still got Robert Saleh. Antonio Pierce is even on here too. To be honest with you, I feel like for Atlanta, I feel like Mike Tomlin would probably be the best option. And I don't know if he's stepping back just to relax for a year like Mike McCarthy did. I'm not sure his status right now. But if I had to choose somebody, I think Mike Tomlin would be the best option for the Atlanta Falcons. I truly, honestly think that. Maybe even Jeff, maybe Rob, but to me, I feel like Mike Tomlin would be the best option. But from the options that we have right here now, well, we already know John Harbaugh is off the list. I don't know about Kevin Stefanski. Like he just rubbed me the wrong way with the Browns. In the whole Shador situation. So I don't know about him. But I don't know. I mean, but it's a lot of good names on here, but that's the ones that already were completed. And then we go to the Baltimore Ravens. The ones that stand out to me that already got completed was Kevin Stefanski, Brian Flores, Jim Schwartz, and that's probably all of the big names that I can see. But they still are requesting an interview from Robert, Mike McDaniel, and Joe Brady from the Bills, offensive coordinator. Those are the names that really stand out to me as far as the Baltimore Ravens. For me, I feel like the Baltimore Ravens, me personally, I feel like either Raheem Morris would be a good fit for them, which he's not even on this list for an interview. I think he would be a great option for the Baltimore Ravens, or Brian Flores. Between those two for the Baltimore Ravens for head coach. That's just my personal opinion. The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns have completed interviews with Mike McDaniel, Jim Schwartz, and those are probably the two top names. And they haven't really requested any other interviews as far as like with Saleh, Raheem Morris. Like I'm surprised. I'm surprised, to be honest with you. But for the Browns, I don't know if Mike McDaniel would be the right option for them. Not even. I mean, Rob. Nah, I ain't even gonna say Rob. I would say Jeff Hafley just because of the defense. I think Jeff Hafley possibly could whip them into shape, bro. But they haven't even requested an interview for him. But then you gotta wait to see what happens later on down the line. The Raiders, they already completed the interview with Kevin, and who's another standout name? Kevin is probably the one that stand out the most, but they're still requesting an interview from Mike LaFleur and Jeff Hafley. Mike LaFleur, I'm not talking about Matt. Mike LaFleur from Rams offensive coordinator. So those are the two. The Raiders organization, bro. I don't know. Like I wouldn't want to see none of these coaches over there. To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, I just don't like that organization and what they have become. Like it just looks bad over there. It just looks bad over there. Same with the Dolphins. They had already completed the interview, the Dolphins, with Jeff Hafley and Kevin Stefanski. Those are the two names that stick out to me the most. And then they still requesting an interview from Robert Saleh and that's probably the top name that I see on there. Robert, and to be honest with you, if I had to choose any of these teams for Robert, maybe the Browns or the Falcons. Robert Saleh, either the Browns or the Falcons for him. And so New York, we don't have to discuss. We already know that John Harbaugh got the job for New York Giants, so we don't really have to discuss that one. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they have requested an interview with Brian Flores. That's probably the top name that stand out to me. For the Steelers, I think they just need a young coach to come in and really just get that morale back up and change the whole, not the organization, but just change the whole process of how they have been training for football. Just because Mike Tomlin is gone now, like just get somebody in there fresh that can just start them off completely fresh with a fresh slate, and just and just build with that person. Just build with that person. I think that would be the best option for the Steelers. Then you got the Tennessee Titans. This is the last one. They have completed interviews with Kevin Stefanski and Mike McCoy and Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett actually interviewed too for Tennessee Titans job, but they still requesting interview from Raheem Morris, Jeff Hafley, Robert Saleh, Mike McCarthy, Mike McDaniels, and Brian Dable. For the Tennessee Titans, bro, to be honest with you, I think Kevin. I think Kevin might be the best option. Either Kevin or Mike McDaniels for them. Nah, Kevin or Mike McDaniels would probably be the best option for the Tennessee Titans. But there are a lot of good names out here that are requesting the interview or that who have completed interviews. Offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, former head coaches, quarterback coach. Like it's a variety of everything on here. Former head coaches. Like it's a variety of options on here for these teams to actually pick through and really get down to the nitty gritty and who they really want to run this team. But like I said, for me, I feel like Raheem Morris would probably be the best option for the Ravens. That's just my opinion. And what's his name? And Brian Flores. The Browns, like I said before, I think the Browns, either Robert Saleh for the Browns or Robert Saleh for the, who did I say? I didn't say the Dolphins. I said the Browns or the Falcons. Browns or the Falcons for him. Jeff Hafley, if he does leave, I can see Jeff possibly with the Dolphins or maybe Pittsburgh. Dolphins or Pittsburgh. That's just my honest opinion. Robert could go either way. He could, like I said, I think I already said him. I think I said Falcons and Browns. But it's a lot of options out here. But hey, congratulations to John Harbaugh for getting $20 million per season for 5 years. Hopefully, he can really turn that organization around, and the Giants can be a playoff contending team and possibly make it to the Super Bowl. But it will be more information coming out as far as what teams do hire who as head coach, GM, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Because there are a few teams that got rid of offense and defensive coordinators also. So as the days and weeks and months go by, I definitely will keep you guys updated on who will get these last couple of vacant head coaching jobs. But until the next one, man, I see y'all.